G'day all, welcome back to Dad vs Son and our playthrough of Next War Vietnam, the gates of Hanoi using the alternate air rules. And as I said in the last video, I'd forgotten to do the sea side of it. So I'm going to go back and do that before we go on with the basic movement, combat, all that sort of stuff. So let's see how we go. So going through it as usual, and again, my apologies. I know I'm making mistakes, but I'm trying it. So sea control. Let's see what we can do. It's not storm weather. Okay, so again, we'll pick the Tonkin inshore box as the first one. Is it occupied by naval units of both sides? No. Is the associated sea box controlled by either side? Yes, it is. Is the inshore box controlled by the other side? No. Is the inshore box occupied by a naval unit of the side that does not control it? No. Is the inshore box contested? No. So we don't need to move on to there at all. So that just stays as is. We go to the next inshore box in the South China Sea. Is it occupied by naval units of both sides? No. Is the associated at sea box controlled by either side? Yes. Is the inshore box controlled by the other side? Is the inshore box controlled by the other side? Not in control. So yes, it is. So we need to roll for sea control. Okay, so we'll do our roll first. We have a 4. So first up for sea control. Okay, is there a non-allied SAG or CB present? Yes, so that's a -1. Is allied naval present? No. Is there a CBN? No. The sub-threat level is 2, so that gives us -3. The ASW level is 3, so that gives us back to 0. Air superiority is with the Allies. So we have +1. So it's +1, which means it's PRC controlled. So it stays. The next inshore box is the Spratlys, the same thing again. We roll a 3. Is there anything present? No. Sub-threat level is 2. So we're down to 1. ASW level is 3. So that brings us back up to 4. And air superiority is 5. And that gives us contested. So that goes away. Right. Next. Sea zone. Is the inshore box in the standard game? Is it in the bounce game? No, no, no. Okay, so we're automatically rolling for these. Okay, so Gulf of Tonkin is automatically a -2. So we have 7 minus 2 is 5. We have this present, which gives us 4. Sub-threat level brings us down to 2. And ASW level takes us back up 3 more, is 5. And S priority makes it 6. So it is now Allied control. Down in here, in the South China Sea, we have a 2. We have a SAG. So we are down to 1. No Allied, no CVN. Okay, so we're down to 1. Minus 2 is minus 1. Plus 3 is plus 2. Plus 1 more for S period is plus 3, which means this is contested. And the Spratlys, we have a 0. There's nobody present. So we have a sub-threat level of 2, so that's minus 2. Plus 3 is 1. Plus 1 for air superiority is 2. And that remains Chinese. Okay. Now we can get back into the normal stuff. So we have normal move, basic movement and combat. Right. Basic move and combat. So did we want to move anything in there? No, I don't think the Chinese want to move anything. Or do they? Yes, they do. Okay, so what we're going to do to try and help the Chinese a bit, because they're feeling a little bit hurt, is I'm going to bring this surface action group over, and I'm going to take this surface action group and move it up into the Gulf of Tonkin and then into the Tonkin inshore box. The surface action group itself is going to come in and it is going to plonk its bottom right there, so it can give a bit of support up this way as needed. Okay, we don't have any movement we want to do by air or anything, so that's out of the way. So it is land movement. So we've got these guys down here. Now, can I get that guy out of there? And if I bring him back, in fact, I could take him there. And I could take him there. So even if we go this way, it's 2, 3, 4, over to there. This guy is out of supply to there with them. Leave these 2 here for the time being. Can I get these guys out of here? And I believe, because they're all minor river, it's +1 for infantry, +2 for t'other. Yep. So let's just put that out of the way at the moment. So this guy here, going across a minor river, would be 2, because I don't believe that there's a zone of control across the river. It's +1 to exit or enter a zone of control. Okay, So that would be 3 to there, which would make it 4 to there. Now, if I'm wrong and that does go across there, then that would make a major sort of difference. But we have, again, 2, and we'll go up into there and there. They've all got tons of movement to get up there, so that's no hassle. Let's put that guy on top, because he's the only one that hasn't been reduced at the moment. So they can all at least make it to there. It's better than nothing. Okay, now let's have a look here. So I'd love to put an attack into here, but he's sitting there for 6 with 2 shifts to the left. Okay. He's halved. So that wasn't real smart, was it? We're going to try and do control there. Because I want to maintain my supply route. Okay. And he's in there for 4. He's in there for 6. So if we come this way, this guy's going to be attacking for 3 plus marsh. Armour mech is by half. Well, he's by half already, and then he's attacking into marsh. So he would be down to 3, down to 2. And again, this guy would be down to 2, down to 1. So that's crappy as well, isn't it? These guys would still be okay. So if he goes 2, because we're leaving a zone of control, 3, 4, 5, and 2, 3, 4, 5, that gives us 6 to 6, which is 1 to 1. He can't attack at the moment. So we need to bring down t'others. He's going to be 2 and then 1. He's going to be 1. So he can come down half 1, half 2, half 3, half to there. He can't go from there to there because that's zone of control to zone of control. But he can come back. So if we go 2, 2.5, 3, and leave him in there for that pending there, and that'll leave these to attack into here with at least artillery support if we're going to do that. Okay, let's look north now. Let's start here. So at here we've got 1 and 1 is 2, doubled up is 4. And light infantry get a +1. Okay, so that's good. So we have 4 there. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the moment is a 1 to 1. We still have artillery. If we bring this around, so we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 4 would be a 2 to 1. So that'd be 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, and into there. And then this little fella can simply come up like that. So that should give us a fairly good hit there. But the trouble is what we've got is all this Allied air still, so that's going to put a crimp on things. Okay, now we have all our little friendly purple ones here, the 83rd. So let's get them moving. In fact, let's get these orange fellas moving first, and we might bring these back in here, and we'll just keep bringing the 81st down. Now, where do we want to attack with the 81st? And that would be the best place there. So let's see what we can get there. So this guy would be 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6 is as far as he could go. The artillery, 1/2, 1, 1/2, 2, 1/2, 3, 1/2, 4, 1/2. This guy would be 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6, 6.5. So he's fine. We have this little fella here who could come down 1.5. Now, he's pending there, isn't he? I want to cut off his supply. So he could actually stay there for the time being. That's fine. We've got this guy here is pending as well. And we need to do that one. So we need to do this one. We need to do that one. We want to do that one. So these are just coming down, getting ready to play. Now this fella could come up in here and try and do some nasty stuff to us, but that's fine. Righto. So let's bring, what do we got here? Okay. So 1/2, 1, 1/2, 2. 1/2, 1, 1/2, 2, 2.5. 1/2, 1, 1/2, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, 6.5 to there. This little piggy went to market, so maybe I could bring him down to here and then move him out. That's going to achieve the same thing. So this little fella will come down here, 1/2, 1, 1/2, 2, and then we'll move him out. That way we don't have to do anything with that. And he can come over 1/2, 1, you can just stay there for the time being. Yeah, he can stay there. Okay, so looking back here then, we still have this fella here and our artillery. So if we bring this fella over, 1, 2, 3. Now he'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he can't make it to there, but he can make it to there. And this guy comes down 1, 2, 3 to there. Okay. And I think that's about it at the moment. So I'll work out the attacks what we're going to do, and then we'll come back and look at the air support. So I'll work out the basics and then work out the air support for the Allies. So it won't be long. Okay, so after all that, this looks like the only attack that's going to go in. And at the moment, using the artillery, we're at 3-1 with a +1 for the light infantry in the jungle. But now we can do defensive combat support for the Allies. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that surface action group that I put down south, and I'm actually going to bring it up. To here, and he can give support, and that gives them a -1, a -2, so that gives them a -1. Okay, now airy plane. Do I want to put an escort in with it? No. So defensive combat support, there we go, 3. And we've got to see if it gets through. The air defense, we have the air superiority, a 3, it gets through. So that gives us 3 in defense, which gives us a +2. So it's 3-1 total +2. Okay, let's get rid of that. Here we go. 3-1 +2, so that's 5. And a 5 is 1 defender, 1 attacker, 2 defenders. Now, oh, sorry, we had a 6-5, so it was 4-1. It's 1 and 1 and a retreat. In fact, sorry, I forgot the efficiency. So he takes a hit. He takes a hit, and he's gone. And he takes a hit, and he's gone. So that's 2 VPs for the Chinese. Taking them up to 6. And it's a 1-1 and a retreat. 1 VP, taking him up to 5. Okay, so we've had 1 and we've got a retreat. Right, now. Do I wish to? Let me have another quick look. I won't be a tick. Okay, so he can't really retreat because he'll remain in a enemy zone of control sort of thing. So realistically, he's got to do an efficiency check. His efficiency is 5, so we want 5 or less, and he fails, so he is gone. And that is another VP for the Chinese. And then with the retreaty bit, these two can come forward, and they can come forward to Camphor Port. Okay, so we can have a look at trying to take that port out. There's no sense in these people moving because they'd have to move to here. They can't move over to there, so it doesn't matter. And that's that. Right, so now it's for the Allies. What do we want to do here? What do we want to do here? Okay, well, this guy's really not going anywhere, and this guy's not going anywhere, and these guys aren't going anywhere. So what I could try and do is chew off some of these buggers. Now, he's motorized infantry, but he's not infantry. So he would have 4 and 1 is 5, and we'd have 8 attacking into there. And if we brought this bloke up, blah, 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 these guys would have 8 there. So that would be 1-to-1 straight up. So we could try and chew them up, or I could bring this bloke up and open this guy up, which would probably be a better bet at the moment. So let's do that. We're going to go half 1, half 2, half 3, half to there. And then it's going to bring this guy out, half 1, half 2, half 3, half to there, just to give some support there. He's going to stay there as a blocker. He's going to stay there as a blocker. So what we're looking down south now, and I really want to try and destroy this beachhead totally if I can, or take these guys out as well. Okay, so the Gurkhas can fight with the Australians because they're all Commonwealth forces. So this guy and this guy would be 10. In here we have 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, 12 in there. Now if we bring these two up to here, they're mechanized across a river, which they can maybe. Oops, sorry. River +2, so we can do that. So if we bring these two straight across here, that would be 1 + 2 is 3, +1 for coming into the zone of control is 4. And then we can move this guy out of here. That would be 2. Even if we come back here, it would be 1.5, 2 to there anyways, and then bring him over to there. And we bring our little Gurkha forward. He's just there at the moment, so he could come forward 1, 2, 2.5, 3, 4. Yes, and he should be fine there as well. Okay, and then we can bring these fellas forward. So if we bring this fella forward and this fella forward, 1/2, 1/2. And they can just sit there holding them. And then these little fellas can move 4. Oops. So we could go half, 1, half, 2, half, 2.5 to there, 3.5, oh sorry, half, 1, half, 2, half, 3, half, 4. And what we're doing is we're sort of getting rid of any retreat options for these people. So he can go up there with him, he can go up there with him, he can go up there with him, and this guy can go half, 1, half, 2, half, and stay there at the moment. Well, he doesn't even need to, does he? He can come up with all of them. And he's simply, if these guys have to retreat, they can't go here, they can't go here, they can't go here, they can't go here. Okay. So that's that. Right. So, okay, let's work these attacks out. So we start up here and we have 8 to 2, which is a 4 to 1 in jungle. No modifiers. Now, can he get any? No, it's being used. Can he use his chopper? Yellow chopper is all used, so no, nothing there. Righto, so it's just simply 8 to 4, and then we can put in some, so 4 to 1, and we can put in 2 air for attack. And we have a 3 and a 3. First one gets through. Second one gets through. So that gives us 6, minus 6 to our attack. So we have 4 to 1 minus 6. Here we go. 4 to 1 minus 6 becomes a -1, which is a 2 and a retreat. And he's only got 1, like that. So he is gone. And that is a 2 VP for the Allies. And it was a retreat, so we can mount 1. Do we want to? No, I don't want to. There's no need for me to move forward there. So that's good. And then we have down here. So like I said, what we've got is 2, 4, 8, 12. And we have 5, 10, 15, 16 to 12. So it's a 1 to 1 in jungle with a -1 for the extra. And we will do our 2 attackies. And we have a 3 and a 3, both Bs again. First one is a 0. A 0 when we have S priority is abort -1. So that one is 2. So we're now down to -3. and a 4 is another -3. So we're at -6 at a 1-to-1. Okay. So that's a -3 at 1-to-1 is 2 and a retreat. Ah, and I didn't even do the duva, did I? So we had a 7 to a 6. So that was actually at 1-to-1. And jungle became 1.5-to-1. Doesn't matter. There's still 2 and a retreat. Okay. So this guy takes a loss. Then this guy will take a loss. And that is, again, 2 VP for the Allies, taking him up to 14. And then they have to retreat. Now, the only places they can retreat is into zones of control. So they've got to pass a efficiency test to stay there. I think they're all 5s, aren't they? Yep. Okay, so we'll just do 1, 2, and then 3. So the first one passes. The second one fails. So that's another victory point. And the third one passes. Lucky bastards. Okay, but they're still out of supply. And there we go. And that was all the attacks we were putting in. Right. So it's the reorganisation phase and rotate all helicopters and artillery. So we have our 2 attack helicopters for the Americans down there. We haven't used this one yet. We have our 2 for the Chinese in Yanbai. We have our other one up here. We do our artillery. 1 there. 1 there. He's good. 1 there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Remove air points marker. We don't have that. Reset air mobile points. Done. No tunnel markers. Conduct clearing operations. Okay. So let's start there. So first one. Is a 6. Well, that's not too bad. And then 1 for up here. Is a 4. 1 here. Is a 5. 1 here. Is a 4. And 1 over on the right. So if I bring this over like that, you should be able to see them all. Is a 3. Right. Oh! Clearing. Okay, let's start here. We are in a city. So we need 3. Yay, we got that. Okay. So clearing in Vietnam, we have -1. Additional installations? No. Still -1. Not amphibious, not Hanoi. Does the stack include leg and armour and or mechanized? No. So we're at -1. Difference between ER and clearing number. We have a 6 and a 6, so nothing. Difference between stacking points and minimum stacking is 1. So we have another -1 is -2. And we get it, so that one is cleared. We have to get less, don't we? Ooh. Equal or more? Equal or less? I've gone. Crackers. Wow. Hang on a tick. It's that long in between doing stuff that it makes it hard to remember sometimes what you're actually bloody trying to do. Choose. If the roll is equal to or greater, it's successful. So it's not. So no. Because it was -1. Okay. So that one stays there. Sorry. Like that. We don't need that one there anymore. Okay, so up here, and again, all we have is that in a town. So we have a -1. ER number is 6 against 4, so that's +2. So we have a +2. So yes, that one is cleared. Oops. So that comes off. Pending comes off, and we have Chinese control of Bakkan. Righto. Next one. So again, it's a 5. So we have -1, we have +1, and no other differences. So it's at a 0. It fails. And this one, we have -1, we have +2, so it's +1. And it passes. So they take Lang Song. And then we have over here okay. Now there's an extra installation there as well because there's a port. So we have -1. It's a town. So installation island area is 2. We use this one. So we have -1, -2 for the additional installation. ER number against that is +3, so we're at +1. And we're at +3, so we can't fail it. So it's done. And they take the port here at Camphor. Okay, so they've taken 1, 2, 3. Captured or destroyed enemy-controlled airfield or town is 3. VPs for the Chinese, taking them to 8. And that's all the clearing actions. Reinforcements and replacements. Okay, so the Allies have 2 replacements now that they can use. They have nothing there that they can use, but they can reconstitute a unit if they want. Where are we? Reconstitute a division of infantry is 2. So we're going to do that? Or are we going to hold it at the moment? No, we're going to do it. So we're going to bring back the 346th, 1 military region, and they'll come back down here at the bottom of the map. They've been reconstituted and they're going to come on back. Okay, so that's no replacement points now for them. US don't get any, Commonwealth don't get any. Replacement points for the Chinese, they have 3. 3 replacement points. Now, let's see what they want to do. So they can't do anything that's in a zone of control, so they can't do anything down here. Simple as that. Zones of control, they could do this little fella here. None of this needs doing. There's a swag up here that need doing, and there's also swag here. So we're going to do this one here. Motorized infantry will cost 1. So that's 1 replacement point. Mech costs 2. So we'll do this fella here, and that gives us our 3 replacement points done. Like that. And they have no replacement points left either. Right. Reinforcements. Okay. So we get some more Marines. And we also get 3rd Division. Yay! For the Vietnamese. And 3rd Division is going to come on at Dien Bien Phu. I think they can. All 3 corps units, yeah. Any road hex entering the southwest edge. Yeah. So they'll come in there and try and kick the back out of here. And do that. The Marines, I think, will have to come into I think they'll have to be in the Indian Ocean. And basically because they're Marines. Well, can they come straight in? Hang on a tick. Reinforcements. 21. Page 21. The game-specific rules will detail how each side's rules are. Okay. Game-specific rules. Reinforcements. Reinforcements! Page 6. Let's try that again. Okay, reinforcements. International reinforcements. International Allied Naval and Marines. All naval unit reinforcements arrive in there. US Marine Corps units are placed either in the Japan holding box or embarked on an amphib if one is arriving as part of the game. Okay, so they have to go to Japan. All the way over there. It's going to take forever. Okay, Japan holding box. They are there. I've got to get the amphib all the way over there to pick them up. I should have thought of that before. Okay, so that's the Allied reinforcements. And then we have the Chinese reinforcements, and they get the 71st Guards Army, which is going to come on somewhere that's going to hurt us. Where? Oh no, they don't come on until game turn 3. My apologies. Oops. I'll fix it up in a minute. Okay, so that's that. Nothing changes there. Victory determination. Add each player's VPs this turn to their VPs. Right, so the Vietnamese now have 15 VPs and the Chinese now have 28 VPs, which is a difference of 13. And 13 is not enough for a initiative. No automatic victory. So that's it. Okay, so the Chinese are getting the shit kicked out of them down here, slowly. They're moving down the coast towards Haiphong to take all this sort of shit out. We've got a couple of isolated... Well, I've got a isolated... Well, it'll be out of supply. These are good, these are good. They're pushing this way, but it's difficult. They're pushing down here, but again, they're getting into the meat here, and we've got a whole swag coming in. So it could be interesting to say the least. So that's it so far. That's the end of game turn 2, and we'll be back for game turn 3 on the next video. So again, apologies for mistakes and doing things around the wrong way, and I'll try and fix that up next time. Bye for now.